Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 60 or. Check 24, check 24. Spot. No.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Look at me. Go. Switch. Hey. Ready?
On second down now. It's Lindsay. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Check 43. Slam.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Set. 19. 54. 54. Back and go full strength.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Throwing again on second down. Watson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Break it set. 19. 54 Mike. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Check 50. Shift. Hey, 59. Tight door.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Mike set. 19. 2 little. Cut. Showing it. 29. At 24.
On first down, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
54. Now watch one. Hey, 31.
A toss play to Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't doing that. 59. You ain't doing that. 55. Take 4.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go. Jim. Check 52.
Rock to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Hey, 24. Watch the slant. Alert 3. Alert 3.
From the gun, Watson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
You're set. Mike 88. Mike 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go. Slam. Alert.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps. So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Check nickel.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries. You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game,
hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On the ready. 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Shoot.
On second down and 4. Lock. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Hard. Check. Lucky. Fire.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
70, Indy. You're out. Watch the eye. Let's go.
Second and 5 now. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass. On the counter, Lindsey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Ready?
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Set, 50, plant. 56. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Check. Walk 54. Watch alert. Delta. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. 54. Twist.
From the 31, Watson. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Let's go one more. Slam.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watson throwing on first down, escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Know your job. 59. Safe. Let's go.
Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Jack, 24 down. He's coming. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
That's it. 54. Mike, 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
from the gun. Here's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Results in a 4th down.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Alert! You don't want it. Shoot! Hey, watch it! Hey, check 24, check 24. Hey, alert 3,
And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2, Watson. Got a man, Slayton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Check 25. Switch. Watch out.
Now Watson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
They can't hang with us. He get 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming.
Now Watson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
So don't say nothing. Hey, 31.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
What is that? 19. Hey, 59.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
49.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Watson on 1st down. And Daniels has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check, 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 check. Check 26, check 26. And go.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Watson flush to his right. The 20. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Hey, 31. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch out.
Here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, it's Lindsey. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now, because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Locke now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 22 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. On second down, here's Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Rock it. Check 15, check 15.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
A 41-yard attempt.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Check 4.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 3. Check 4. 29. Alert.
Now it's Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 8-3. Leo.
Back to throw. Lock. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give running right, Lindsey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Go now. 60 yours. Come on, hey, lock it. Come get some. Come on, fight.
Lock to throw.
Tighten up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Coming to you. 55. 36.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Raiders, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for